374 years that I can trace people in my family been on this island. We call each other Yarny, which is like an old English word for friend. Nobody tells me what to do, and that's the main thing.
Smith Island has roughly 200 people living there to this day.
I've been told this place is stuck in time.
Some haven't left in weeks, months, even years. We're meeting up with an old school local, a crabber, whose family's been there since the 1600s. Let's do this. Here we are in Smith Island's biggest city, Ewell.
The capital.
So Jerry, since the 1600s, you told me your family's been here.
Yeah, 1650. The first ancestor was born here, so it's telling me they're actually here a little bit before that.
Oh, wow. So who lives out here? People that grew up here, obviously, and those that just want to get away from society?
Yeah, pretty much. People who have already made their fortune in life and want to retire out somewhere peaceful.
Growing up here, what was the population?
I think when I was a kid, it was around 600. I'd say about 100 people left one year. Somewhere around the early 90s, maybe 95, 96, somewhere in there. Crabbing got really bad and a prison opened. So everybody, you know, I mean, I don't blame them. It was health care and steady job and steady money.
Oh, prison on the mainland?
Yes.
No cops on the island at all?
Nope, not now. I used to be a sheriff here a long time ago, but not now.
So you guys self-regulate?
Yeah, pretty much. We know what goes on. This post office used to fly a British flag until the late 60s because we were Tories until the revolution was over.
Till the late, what, 60s?
1960s.
1960s?
Yeah, they used to fly just under the American flag.
Okay, so you have a lot of affinity towards the Brits here.
Yeah, back then they did, because they were pretty much left out here to dry. They had to pretty much side with the British. They had no defense.
The Brits and the French were fighting it out here in Chesapeake Bay, right?
The revolution, the very end of the revolution.
All right, this is the end of Ewell.
Leaving the capital, going to Rose Point, going to the hood. This is where the pirate used to live. It used to be called Rogue's Point.
So Pirates of the Chesapeake Bay, that's where this took place, or?
No, we talk about pirates, we think jewels and gold and all, but I think theirs is more like river pirates. They were stealing your cargo. This road is over 300 and some years old. This piece of road right here.
It's older than the USA.
It's one of the oldest roads probably in the whole country. Hey, how you doing?
All right.
He's a Yarny too. We call each other Yarny, which means it's just like an old English word for friend. This house and my house, both of these were built right around 1880.
This is your house?
Yes, this is my house. This is my wreck.
You got a leaky roof, Jerry?
Yeah, this is Hurricane Sandy done this. I just live in the back part of the house.
Oh, okay. This is your work shed?
Yeah.
Are you guys called crabbers?
Waterman is the old English word.
This is where the magic happens, Jerry?
This is where the magic happens.
Is this what you guys are doing to create a little barrier here? So when the waves come in, this is just a water break for you?
Yeah, up until a point, but it'll probably get about this deep or so here.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So
really
the water comes over your floor?
Oh, yeah. I'll have a foot of water in the house. Just stretch
And
out the recliner.
you just walk around in the boots?
Walk around in the boots, hit the recliner, watch TV until the tide goes back down. Watch it come in, watch it go out. see the minnows swimming all around.
The minnows in your house?
Yes. That's the
Jerry, you have such a good attitude.
You can take your life any way you want. You can blame every little thing happens on you and make it the worst possible life, or you can take what you have got and make it the best possible life. And that's the way I look at it.
So we're taking the boat to the next town. Okay, what's going on here, Jerry?
This is where John Tyler first came to the island. He was born here in 1650. And that's my 10th great-grandfather.
So this is where Smith Island started?
Yep. So this is Tylertown.
Tylerton?
Yeah.
Or Tylertown?
Yeah, it looks like it says Tylertown, but we say Tylerton. Like for the mountains, we say mountain.
Mountain.
Oh, and we talk backward too. If I see a real pretty girl, I'll go, damn, she ain't pretty none. And that means she is. You don't want to say that to a strange girl.
How you doing, sir?
How you doing?
This is Peter.
Peter Santenello.
We grew up together, me and Jared did.
How was he as a kid? Wild man?
Yeah, about like we are now. I guess we've simmered down a little bit with age, but
They were all wild when they were younger.
yeah, we were.
What do you guys feel about the mainland? Do you just feel like you're in your own world out here? Like totally
Yeah,
removed?
but more and more the world's coming in.
How so?
Fast outboards and
I keep the people moved down here at bay.
Is this your cargo boat coming in?
Yep, it's one of them. Yep,
This is how you get all your food and everything?
yep.
Yep.
So this is normal to you, Jerry, but it's super interesting. These narrow streets, these old houses, it all feels so miniature.
This
You wanna
is a
get
little
something?
store. You want to?
Yeah, sure. So you got pretty much everything you need to survive, huh?
Uh-huh.
It's a nice little well-organized store.
It was 5 stores down here when I was a kid.
And
It's
just
only
one now?
You could have bought this house a little while ago. That house went for 10 grand.
Are you serious?
The house next to me, the little one, that one sold for taxes 5,000. 5,000. Now, they're bad houses, you know, they need work, but you got the land ain't going nowhere.
So when the tide is up, I can see there was water
Yes.
there,
I'm sure it holds water there too.
and it's going all the way up into that lawn.
Yep.
Okay, so when you were a kid, you didn't have this problem on the island?
Not here, you know, not around the homes and all. No. See how the water will set under a house?
Yeah.
That's what happens. They'll sit there and little by little that house will sink and sink and sink and
Okay.
sink and sink.
So the right setup on the island, you got your home, you got your crab shanty, you got your boat, you got your traps, and you could live life on your terms for the most part as long as you're doing the work.
Pretty much. Nobody tells me what to do, and that's the main thing. Right here, the Maryland-Virginia line cuts right straight across the island.
Okay.
Right here was a store, and they would build half the store in Maryland and half the store in Virginia. That way, if there's anything illegal going on either side, they just shove it into the other state.
The cops couldn't cross state lines.
No, couldn't cross state lines.
The sheriffs couldn't cross state lines.
And of all the states in the country, I would say Maryland and Virginia for 100 years had the most animosity toward each other. And it was all about oysters.
So they're literally just fighting over oysters.
Oysters, yeah.
Because that was the currency.
Possession of the oysters, yeah.
Okay.
The people who came here and the early pioneers, I say they came here a lot for the freedom. They were poor. These people were very, very poor. But I believe they came so they could live a free life, worship the way they wanted, and do the way they wanted. They were willing to put up with the poverty for the freedom.
And things have changed. Society's moved along materially. People have more money now.
Oh, a lot more.
But
I make more money in a day than my parents made in a week.
But still that tune carries on, as in you're out here for freedom. You're not out here to get rich.
No, nobody ever became a waterman to get rich.
That's your priority in life. You want your freedom, enough to live off of.
Yep.
And you'll be way happier than if you have a lot of money but no freedom.
Yeah. Well, I think America's always worked. Why it worked was because you had this push and pull from either side, and it kind of kept us centered. But now people are just, it's like football teams. You just choose a side, and I don't care what your side does. It's like I'm going to overlook everything my side does just to support my side.
Yeah.
Personally, I think we all want the same thing.
Oh, yeah.
We all want a nice life. We want our children to thrive. We want to thrive. And that's it. We want to be left alone to do what we want to do. We don't want to be over-regulated. We don't want to be overtaxed. We just want to live. This here is a place called Little Thurfer. It used to be a Native American village here.
Who was it here?
I would think the Anamessic Indians.
Are these the stories that have been passed down, or you're just a history buff?
A little bit of both.
Okay.
A little bit of both. I just love history. I do.
You do?
Yeah. This is the school boat. This is the boat the children take to Chrisville every morning at 6 a.m.
So your son's on that boat?
My son's on that boat right there.
That is so cool. So that is the public school bus out here.
That is the public school bus.
How many kids going to school?
3.
They run that boat for 3 kids.
Yes.
Okay, so getting back to your place now.
This is one of the last shot in the American Revolution. This is what's called chain shot. This was another one like this, and there was a piece of chain that linked the two. and they'd load them into a cannon, and they'd shoot it at the rigging of a sailing ship to take out all the sails. That way they couldn't sail. And this one came from the Battle of 1782. John Tyler, that's his 11th great-grandfather. So it's 374 years that I can trace people of my family been on this island.
So what do you think you've gained living your life versus someone that didn't live in a place with so many generations? And
I guess a sense of anchorage. I guess you can really say, this is home.
fresh caught?
Fresh caught.
And these are the best kind, blue crabs.
Blue crab, the best crab.
The people in D.C. or around the country at nice restaurants are eating crabs from here.
Yep. Oh yeah, D.C. definitely are. They go right to D.C. every crab we catch. This is how my mother taught me how to do it.
I could eat this all day long.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it's so good.
Ain't it good?
Jerry, in the grand finale, right?
The cake.
Not just a cake.
Not just a cake. The Smith Island cake.
Oh. Thank you so much for bringing us into your world. It was very interesting.
I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Nah, loved it. Thanks for coming along, guys. Until the next one.